This right here
AyeQ!
is crazy.
AyeQ!
This is what, yo, imagine him shooting in a hospital just to deal with, and the baby's coming out. Fellas, again, focus on yourself. That's what it is.
I suffer from this delusion where I think that even if I don't want you, I really want you to want me. And when you don't want me, I try to get you back to want me. And when you do want me back, I don't want you no more. Something really wrong with me.
Fellas, whatever you do in life, never chase women. Facts. Always let them chase you, okay? Keep it that way at all times. Because women play this type of game where even if they chase you, they will want you to now chase them, okay? Never chase women. Chase your purpose. Always let women chase you no matter what. Don't ever feel like you have to chase a woman. Because once you start chasing, they will start running from you. Facts. That's how women are. From the time you start chasing them, they're going to start running. Chase your purpose and let them chase you. It's that simple.
This week I discovered my wife was having an affair. I still love her despite the betrayal. How do I navigate this?
Look, if a man have to ask that question, that's a man who's not going to leave his wife. Sad. That's crazy.
That's an easy one, then.
So if you came to me and as a client, say, of my clinical practice, I would help you take that question apart. This week I discovered that my wife was having an affair. Did you discover that this week? Or were there clues and hints for a very long period of time? And I'm not suggesting that that's the case, by the way, to this particular individual. I don't know anything about the person who asked this question. And so I would also ask whoever that is not to presume that I'm speaking directly to their concerns, because I don't know that person well enough to do that. I have to provide something approximating a generic answer. In order for that to be rectified, you need to know what exactly happened here. What's the significance of this event? And that's one vicious question. Now, the person asking the question also leaps to an immediate conclusion. So there's a big problem here. My wife had an affair, question mark. What's going on? But then they provide an answer. I still love her, and what's the next part of it exactly?
Wants to know how to navigate it.
Right, so the answer is I still love her, and I need to know how to navigate forward. It's like, well, I'm not so convinced of that, by the way. Are you not angry? Are you not upset, frustrated, disappointed, anxious, hurt, betrayed, traumatized? Or is there a part of you who now knows the relationship is over, and because it wasn't a very good relationship, you're thrilled because now you have the right to engage in the same sort of devious pathway to hypothetical freedom that your wife took? Because that can certainly be the case. Like when a bomb like that goes off in the midst of your life, everything is up for grabs. And so to immediately say, I still love her, it's like, yeah, maybe and maybe not. And if that's all you feel, well, then that in itself is definitely a problem, and also might be key to why it happened to begin with, because you appear to be the sort of person who can be stomped on pretty damn hard and not object. And like I said, to the person who asked this question, I am not talking about you. I don't know anything about you, and I'm not presuming. I'm just laying out the potential landscape. What other problems do you have? How long have you been married? Is the whole damn thing a lie? Is every relationship you've ever had a lie? Are you a complete doormat? Are you blind beyond capacity? Have you married someone who's psychopathic or narcissistic? Do you have a pattern of associating with people like that? Those are all questions that are going to plague and should plague you in some real sense when something like that happens. So the first issue is, well, what the hell happened? And man, that can take 1,000 hours that should have been spent in discussion with your wife before this happened, trying to get to the bottom of it. People are often traumatized by that kind of revelation. And the reason they're traumatized is because, well, imagine you have a committed relationship with someone. So you might ask, what is the basis of the commitment? And there's a hierarchy of commitment in that some commitments are more fundamentally important than others, and those are the commitments upon which all other commitments rely. And so when you set up a household with someone and you move towards a permanent intimate relationship, and hypothetically in the direction of, let's say, having dependent children, then you're doing all that based on the presupposition that the person is faithful to you, because that's one of the defining attributes of the relationship itself. And so when that axiomatic presupposition is shattered, then everything dependent on that is now questionable. And that not only includes the present, what the hell is going on now, the future, what are we going to do, who am I with anyways, but also the past itself, because you were living, let's say, in something approximating a fool's paradise, and nothing that you thought to be the case was in fact the case. And so that's a dreadful problem. And how you cobble something like that back together is a very, very difficult problem. I would say the first thing you do is open yourself up to the admission of the magnitude of the problem.
Now, this was a great insight by Jordan Peterson. So what I will say is this, pretty much what he's saying, there will always be signs. And that's why I tell dudes all the time, pay attention to the signs. One thing about human nature, we are creatures of habits. So if you pay attention to your girl and you observe your girl, you will be able to see the clues and hints that something is not right. And then you feel it's not right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, but a lot of times some dudes lie to themselves. And that's what he meant by some dudes don't have a backbone. See what I'm saying? It's like, you know what your wife was doing the whole time, but you ignore the signs. Is it because he's a nice guy? Who knows? But the bottom line is this, fellas, there will always be the signs right in front of your face. Don't ignore the signs. That's just the bottom line.
What is going on?
Why am I hearing you pregnant?
Who you heard that from?
It don't matter. Are you pregnant?
I might be.
By who?
I mean, how could it be you if you ain't even home? You never here.
So
I don't even see you. I gotta call you, pencil that in, to even have time with you.
So you saying you pregnant? It's not mine, and you living here? Why I pay all the bills at?
That's the least you could do.
Are you like mine, Keisha?
That's the least you could do.
What you mean?
You've been neglecting me for a long time.
So you fucking baby on me? I gotta hear from your rest.
How you even hear it from her anyway? Why y'all talking in the first place?
That
That's
don't
what
matter.
I mean. That's the stuff that I've been talking about. That's what I mean. It's simple stuff like that. You can't talk to me, but you can talk to her. How that make sense? You think I'm stupid?
You sitting up here with a secret, baby. You talking about talking. When was you gonna say anything?
It wasn't a secret. You just didn't know about it.
So what is that called? A secret.
It's called, you was out of the loop. You just needed to be out of the loop.
But you and my, we got a whole kid together. Is that my kid?
We could find out. We can call Maury if you want to call
Is that my
Maury.
kid?
We can call Maury if you want to call Maury.
So you saying it's not my kid?
I'm saying it's a possibility.
That a 6-year-old is not my kid?
When have you spent time with me? When have you been around?
I'm always working. You know, Instagram, always talking.
It makes money. What you mean?
I'm paying everything on Keisha. Like, come on, you for real? And you could just come talk to me or nothing?
I've been trying to talk to you. I've been trying to call you. I've been trying to have conversations with you. I tried to set up date nights. You wasn't worried about it.
It's all
You
good.
wasn't worried about it.
You right.
wasn't
Look, it's a
worried.
date night. Ain't it talking? Get your bag and get out.
You really finna do this right now?
Man, what option are you giving me? What you want me to do? Play daddy daycare here? No. Not doing that. You gonna sit up here and lay in the bed while you pregnant? Like, how long was you gonna keep this up? Was you gonna say anything at all?
I mean, Do you sit here and tell me what you doing when you gone all hours of the night, when you don't come back for 2 and 3 days? But you working though, right? You working. Cause what job has you gone for that long? And let me guess, your phone just you don't have a charger? Your phone just don't work? Your thumb's broke? You don't have a way to communicate with nobody?
The difference is, ain't nobody telling you nothing, though. You ain't my friends. But you on the other end, your friends, yeah, they quick to tell me how you quick about the guy.
Your friends, because all your friends trying to talk to me in the first place.
Whatever. You know, listen, I ain't trying to do all this, little boy in there. Get your stuff and get out for real, Keisha. You gotta go. I ain't doing this.
Whatever.
Your job, you ain't get pregnant. It's crazy.
Whatever.
Talking about neglect.
Neglect. If you wanted something more to happen, you should have been here. You should have been here.
Who gonna pay the...
Nah, this is crazy neglect, right? Because the man was focused on his grind. The man was focused on his purpose so he could keep the lights on at home. So he could provide food for the family. See what I'm saying? But he's neglecting her because he's doing his job as a man to be a provider. It's crazy, fellas, man. That's what I'm saying. The worst thing a man could do is try to please a woman, dog. And one thing about women, they will compete with your purpose. If a chick is in your life and she's competing for your time with your purpose, you gotta let her go, bro. You have to let her go, because what's going to happen is she will become spiteful. And when women become spiteful, fellas, you don't know what they are willing to do. This chick had a whole baby on dude just off of spite. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be careful, man. You have to pay attention to the signs, bro. If a chick is steady complaining about you are not spending enough time with her, knowing that you busting your ass, working hard to provide for the family, you gotta let her go, because she and you just not on the same page. And women like that are a liability in a man's life, and you should always get rid of that. All right, so keep that in mind, fellas.